following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
What's on my mind is, we've talked about it on the show before, but, I'm about to experience it myself, man. Home ownership. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we can't be living in apartments forever. I mean, we can, but why are we doing that to yourself? Because in the grand scheme of things, you paying for somebody else's property. Yo, man, I'm not saying you need to. Nah, that I am saying it. Yo, man, get your shit together. Go buy you a house, a condo, something that's yours, something that nobody can kick you out of unless you don't pay the bill for 90 days.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, MoeB, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
What's going on, everybody out there in the world of the internet? My name is Ruben, and once again, welcome to another episode of 5-Minute Warning. And of course, I'm never by myself. Usually, I have one of my people, AG, in the house, as he is prepared.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing? Man, I was rushing, and then I was like, oh snap! I gotta put my other thing in. My other thing, it gotta go away, and so I got all the things.
All right.
Yeah, I'll never be a pro at this, bro. Never.
And I think we got MoeB in the house.
I mean, why you think?
Because I don't got nothing on your screen.
There's
Your
nothing on my
screen is
screen?
black. Not at all.
That's weird because I got y'all on my screen.
I mean, it's darkness. And now he
Like
goes.
Charlie Murphy?
Like, what? What did he say? What did Rick
So what did Five Fingers say to the face?
Rick James
Slap.
Face slap. Nah, man, it's like dark. Like you ain't got no lights or nothing.
I mean,
And I
so
know
you
you
so
not
you
like
can't
dark. So
you can't
we
see
can't
me at
you
all.
No, he can't see
I
you,
mean,
but we
you
can
ain't
hear
Ron
you.
in the house. You
You know what?
ain't Ron,
That's not.
so-
That's cold. That's cold.
He ain't even here to defend himself.
I know, right?
Sounds like a personal problem.
That's cold.
But yeah, we can't see you. So that's interesting.
I'm incognito.
Hey man.
You say he's incognito.
Yeah, he did.
That's funny.
Well, guys, I mean, how was y'all week, AG? How was your week, man?
Wasn't bad. Glad it's over. Looking forward to a couple days off. Got to get the car fixed. They had a bad wheel bearing. That thing was about to fall apart. I was like, just get me through the tunnel, y'all. Just get me through the tunnel.
Which the big there's Oh my
Atlanta.
God, all that red. Where
Why you
you
got to talk
cuts
about the
come
man's
from?
red? He can talk about your
I'm
aqua.
just saying he could, but damn, I mean, it looked like he redheaded kingpin or something. That's
You know
right,
what?
I said it. If you don't know who that is, look him up.
Yo, man, I got something to say.
What?
Do you remember
Say it.
the episode of Fat Albert with Sway Simpson?
I do not.
Oh, my God.
I
MoeB, you remember
definitely
that?
don't. No.
Oh,
I
Mo, you didn't watch Fat Albert, man. That was
I
before
think
him.
I've seen like 2 total episodes of Fat Albert.
Yo, Fat Albert was, man, because the only reason I'm bringing this up because I kind of caught an attitude with my wife, Lawrence. He's beautiful, but I kind of, felt some type of way. She said she ain't seen the Sway Simpson episode. Now, she's my age. Actually, she's a year younger, but she's still my age. She said she saw it, but she didn't remember.
I don't remember Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Okay.
You know,
Just thought I'd
I mean,
ask.
let's be real, man. I'm gonna put it out there. The only reason I really watched Fat Albert, I really didn't want to listen to the educational shit. I wanted to see the Brown Hornet, man. I was a fan of the Brown Hornet.
Well, the Brown Hornet was educational.
Nah, man. No, I'm talking about when they be trying to do an educational story with Fat Albert. Somebody stealing something, you got to give it back. Whatever. I won't down for all that. I just finished watching the Super Friends and all that bullshit. I'm looking for some funny, and the Brown Hornet was funny. He was a funny. He was Space Ghost Coast to Coast before Space Ghost was.
That's actually not true, but okay.
Well, I'm just saying. I think he was. I mean, he didn't do that. I'm just talking about the humor and stuff. I thought it was funny.
You know what, MoeB? I'm sorry for this. I just want to know if you've seen Sway Simpson. I didn't mean for the Brown Hornet to come up. There it is.
Brown Hornet.
That was pretty good, Ruben.
No.
Thank you. So, all right. So your wheelbarrow made it through the tunnel?
I made it through the tunnel, but it was sounding really bad. I mean, it had been coming for a while. You can hear him coming, but it takes a long time for him to actually not start to fail, because it's already failing if you can hear it, but it takes a while for it to actually start to grind. So I'm taking to the shop tomorrow. I bet. $800. I know.
I've been through that. Yep. Just I was about to say, go ahead, break out that grip.
Yep. And if you've ever seen anybody replace one, I ain't mad either, because it wouldn't be me.
Oh no, you got to have a special tool to replace that.
You absolutely do.
I've had one done already.
Absolutely.
Yep. Not a fan, but hey, it is what it is.
Yes,
what about you, MoeB? You feeling better this week, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I thought I was being replaced because I forgot you had done that. I forgot you had done that little intro. I heard my voice. These motherfuckers done replace me with my own voice.
We got a hologram, y'all.
So we don't have NIL contracts on this show. We can just use your stuff like in the good old days and don't pay you.
I was about to say, I just watched this thing on CNN where they were talking about people doing the deep fakes with the voice. I'm like, these motherfuckers done got a deep fake voice of me. They're gonna do a whole goddamn show without me.
I don't think we could do that, man. We couldn't do that. We wouldn't be funny enough. I don't think we could do it.
Nah, I wouldn't be funny enough. Nobody would be funny enough. But I'm glad you're back.
Y'all give me way too much credit for funny.
We don't have to. We can just ask the people that listen to this show. That's because you're the only reason they listen. I promise you are.
Because they damn sure ain't listening to me.
And they're not listening to me.
I mean, all right.
Hey, man, what's up? The Adidas sweatshirt.
The show was going on before me.
Joint.
But it didn't get really good until you got here. Just saying. But yeah, he is rocking Adidas. I've never seen you wear Adidas before.
Yeah.
What's wrong with my Adidas sweatshirt?
Nothing. We just never seen you wear Adidas before.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Adidas sweatshirt?
Oh my goodness.
Nothing.
Oh.
Jesus.
I mean, it fit.
Just giving you a shout out, man, with the Atlanta hat on. I mean, you know, y'all been through 3 black coaches in 4 years.
Really? Is that
and
what
now
we're
you
saying?
got Quinn Snyder.
Is that what we're saying? You've been through 3 black you know what? I'm just going to leave that alone.
All right. But everything else good, MoeB? Everything good?
Yeah, man. You know, I saw you put what we supposed to be talking about, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know nothing about what we talking about, so good luck.
Oh, Black Morticia Adams. I'm just here, so I'll
Thanks for paying attention.
That's funny. Black Morticia Marshawn.
Black Morticia Adams. So, I mean, so we won't talk about the first thing because you have no idea, but I want to bring up something on that. So recently, of course, it's no secret, North Carolina Tar Heels did not make the tournament. And somebody else told me this was going to happen. And I was like, nah, man, that's some old bullshit. These motherfuckers.
No. Before you move on, Ruben, before you move on, because you gave that person such a hard time. Who was that person that told you, Ruben? Who was that person?
I can't speak on it.
Yes, you can. Who was that person?
No, I really can't.
Okay, well, you know what? The other person that told you was me.
Oh, did you say something about that?
I said a whole lot of things about that you didn't agree with.
Oh, well, no, I'm not talking about that. So, no, not this part right here. Okay. So, yeah, North Carolina didn't make the tournament, which I'm gonna be for real. I didn't believe they were. I mean, I wasn't sure, but I couldn't believe they leave out the Blue Bloods. But they did it to Kentucky like 6 years ago, so it is what it is. But nah, this dude was like, you know what? I was like, man, they're gonna be like the first 4 out, and they're gonna go to NIT and just win that joint. And he was like, nah, they too stuck up for that. They gonna skip the NIT. And damn if them fools didn't skip the NIT.
Did they really?
They were the last one, the last 4 out, and them motherfuckers skipped the NIT. They was like, nope, we're not gonna play NIT. We're gonna use this time to get better. Bro, you got like 3 or 4 people who came back to your school who are going to the NBA, and why can't they get some more tape? You know, why can't they play for a championship? Because y'all stuck up asses decide that y'all don't want to go to the NIT. Bro, that I can't believe that the person told me that.
I mean,
I
you
was
could,
like, man,
you
that
could
shit
be
happened.
being a bit presumptuous.
I could be. I don't know if I am. I don't think I am.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm just saying. I mean, but you're making an assumption because you're saying, well, you know, why not let those guys play for a championship? How do you know those dudes that's about to go to the NBA would even want to fucking play in the NIT?
Well, actually, I go one better.
Because what do you gain from playing in the NIT?
I go one better. I don't think North Carolina would have won that championship either. They're not playing well. They haven't played well in weeks. And when they played Duke at home at Duke, we weren't necessarily playing as well as we're playing now. And that was just no contest. So, and then we went to their place and did them in when they really needed to win. They're not playing any better. And that whatever performance they put in the ACC tournament was like, gained? What? Come on, man. No.
And what would they have gained even if they won the NIT? What, they gonna put that NIT thing in the banner and they gonna be celebrating it next year? No, like, I mean, like, to some, I'm not saying they should look down at the NIT, but there's some programs where, like, going to the NIT, like, the juice ain't worth the squeeze, man. It just ain't. It would do nothing for that program. It would do nothing for that program. Let's just lick our wounds and come back next year. We got a whole bunch of top recruits coming in next year, which they do, and let's just make this thing roll next year.
I guess.
But I mean, you know, if you want to just say those punk asses just don't want to play, as you put it, like, it's weird, man. When people don't agree with your line of thinking, man, you immediately go to attack mode instead of just being like, hey, like, it's cool if you be like, hey, I think they should have went to the NIT, but you immediately went to attack mode.
Well, I mean, but I guess the thing about it, the statement was pretty much like, yeah, you know, we don't have the opportunity, blah, 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 blah. We're going to, many factors go into many factors go into postseason play, and we believe now is the time to focus on moving ahead, preparing for next season, and the opportunity to again compete for ACC and NCAA championships, unquote.
What is the problem with that statement? What is the problem with that statement?
I'm just, the first thing, the other thing is, if they're not going to go as good, they said something at the beginning before the NIT put out, so they can get somebody else in. So that's awesome. You got one more team who gets to play. I guess my thing is like, I feel like that there are times where opportunities are good for all, regardless of who you are and how you are. Now, can
you explain how this is a good opportunity for them?
Well,
I mean, if you can just tell me what they gain from going to the NIT, I would probably feel a little bit better about the fact that you just went on a verbal assault against North Carolina right at the beginning because they decided not to go to the NIT. Because other than those 2 or 3, maybe even 4 players that will be going to the NBA next year, how about the other 10 players that could use playing time and experience? So they could be better next year, So yeah, I'm not thinking about the 2 or 3 or maybe 4 people whose career will continue. I'm thinking about the other 10 or 11 who, we can do something special here. We can earn our spot for next year, that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, maybe I'm just that guy, and I'll be that guy next year. And what's special about the NIT?
Well, it's not
What's
even
special
about
about the
my
NIT for them?
well, my
No,
my thing is, it's
nobody that's playing in a North Carolina jersey showed up to UNC because they was like, you know what? We're gonna smack the shit out of somebody in NIT. None of them. And honestly, are they really going to be getting that much better by playing competition that technically should be inferior to them based on how they were recruited? I mean, you can say, well, they're getting more playing time. Bro, they play basketball with each other all the time, and they're more top recruits on their team than they'll find in the NIT. I mean, it might just be a time for them to get healthy, regroup, watch basketball, and be like, hey, we played terrible down the stretch, and we got to come back stronger next year. Like, playing time, I get it. If you're like, hey, these guys are fighting for spots next year, none of these dudes fighting for spots next year. Either you gonna have a spot next year, or you not gonna have a spot next year. That one's gonna be determined by the NIT.
Well, he's got the 24th ranked recruiting class coming in, so you figure he's got some dudes coming in next year, so he's reloading, and that's great. But I guess for me, I'm talking about the other guys who don't play because they don't get a chance to play because of the other thing. I was looking at the Fab Five thing today, which is interesting because I did not realize that Rob Pelinka was on that team.
Yes.
That Michigan team. I didn't, because I was watching, I was like, damn, Rob Pelinka. And it's always a good 30 for 30. And they were talking about how, the people who were there, of course, you got a freshman taking their spot, but they figured out a way to live together and all that stuff and still get playing time in the rotation and all that beautiful stuff. And that's all I'm thinking about, man. I'm thinking about all the other ones. And you're probably right. Maybe it doesn't help them at all. Maybe it doesn't. And that's fine. But maybe
it doesn't help them. And also,
people. I was thinking about the other people. I wasn't using an elitist type of situation in which what I would call elitist, saying, well, we didn't get the NCAA, so F the NIT because it's not the NCAA and blah blah blah. Because it's not just about. But unfortunately,
you're saying it that way to make it sound negative, because I don't think anywhere in that what they said F the NIT, bruh. These are 18 to 21-year-old young men who have to be motivated to play, have already played a lot of basketball, are coming off of a terrible stretch, and going into the NIT, not playing well, also not really being motivated to be there. How many times do we see in the college football bowl season where we see all these tremendous upsets in the bowl, and we go, man, how did that little team beat this big team? Because that big team didn't want to fucking be there. Because it was a letdown to be there. And why go into a situation where you're going to be a letdown? And like I said, if they lose early in the NIT, it crushes their program more than winning the NIT would help the program. So for you to say they're like, fuck the fuck the NIT because it's not the NCAA tournament, I don't think that's it. I feel like they were looking around and just going, we don't gain anything from going here. It's not an elitist. And why would I want North Carolina, who doesn't want to be there, to take a spot from a team that would gladly love to go show their ass in the NIT and have a chance to win? I personally hate it when some of the big boys go to the NIT and you can tell they just don't want to be there.
Okay.
No, nothing in that statement sounded like a statement that felt like this program was like, we had a tremendous letdown this season and we just want to get away from this shit and get on to next year. That sounded more like a defeated statement to me than a fuck the NIT. AG, am I wrong? Did you hear it differently?
No, well, I just heard the statement and I understand what you're saying. I understand what Ruben's saying, but I understand what you're saying, because if you're North Carolina, do you really want to go to the NIC? And there's something to be said for that. I mean, as a coach, I don't know how you motivate players to go to somewhere where they think that is less than. I don't. But there is a thought there that's like, I didn't come to North Carolina to play in the NIT.
I mean, that's all I was thinking.
There is a bougie component to that.
Oh no, absolutely, absolutely, there is.
And so that's why I kind of feel like I understand what Ruben's saying, but what you're saying is also true. It's just like if I'm good enough to play at Chapel Hill, the last tournament that I don't even call it a tournament, to be honest. I don't call it a tournament because I go there to play in the NCAA tournament. I go to North Carolina to win, period. Now, depending on your sport, will take you to a certain school if you can play that well. So yeah, there's that, and a lot of people don't like to hear it, but it is what it is. So I ain't trying to nickname it. No one goes to those schools and to play in a lesser tournament.
But but like, I understand what you're saying, and where I agree with that, that statement as well. But I also agree with my statement. That's some elitist shit right there, and we can't gloss upon the fact that is some elitist shit.
I mean, there's some bougie in it, but at the same time,
I mean, the statement is never going to say, well, we don't want to go to NIT because we ain't getting the NCAA. I don't expect it to say that, and it's never going to say that, because you can't come off like that, because then you're basically saying, yeah, we bougie and this NIT ain't shit. That's basically what that statement would say. Of course you're going to come out of a statement saying nice, but once again, I mean, regardless of the reason, I guess the thing about it is, it's just an elitist move. You don't see. I mean, I
feel like there's a difference between bougie and elitist.
I don't think so.
I feel like there's a difference between bougie. No, I think there's a difference between bougie and elitist, because a lot of times bougie is based on expectations. Elitist is based on like looking down at. I don't know, because North Carolina has been in the NIT before. If North Carolina had a like predominantly freshman and sophomore team that didn't have expectations of, competing and getting to like the Final Four at the beginning of the year, I'm pretty sure they don't come out and say, no, we're not going to the NIT. But I think bougie comes from standards. And I feel like this is almost the program going, nah, man, we drastically underperformed to our standards. We're not going to go to the NIT because these motherfuckers don't deserve to play more basketball. Like this season is a colossal failure, and we're not going to compound that failure by going to a lesser than tournament. If you want to say that's elitist, I mean, maybe it's an elitist outlook, but I don't think the position comes from an elite standard. I think bougie and elite can be two different things. Bougie comes from standards. Like most people don't necessarily start off bougie. You kind of got to get there. Usually there's an elitist factor where it's like you're born into it, and yes, they're considered a blue blood. I get it. So when you consider a school a blue blood, you just automatically assume. But I just don't feel like if this was a North Carolina team that at the beginning of the season didn't have the expectations they had, would really be looking at the NIT the way they did, because nobody at the beginning of this season was calling North Carolina not to make the tournament.
They're preseason number one, actually.
Happening. People were talking. Exactly.
They're preseason.
So I don't know if this was elitism or like.
And I get that, like, but there's one thing to be like. I mean, see, here's the thing, right? Like, I don't think we're arguing the statement. I think, for me, I'm not arguing the statement. I'm arguing the true message behind it, because the statement is not what it is. Let's just be honest. Because if Duke did the same shit, I'd be saying the same thing. If Kentucky did the same shit, I'd be saying the same thing. If they're, and that's just what it is. It's not me being, well, I don't like North Carolina. It's not that at all. It's that there are some schools that are just like, NIT, man, fuck that. We ain't going to NIT. But it's been a long time since you've seen something like that. Even years ago, remember that horrible ass Kentucky team that made the NIT? Even his coach was like, we made the NIT. We're not playing at home. We're going to Robert Morris. Because they could have played at home. He's like, nah, these kids don't deserve to play at home. But they went to the NIT anyway. And they lost to Robert Morris because they played in Robert Morris, which was awesome for Robert Morris. But once again, he didn't disrespect the NIT for what it was. And I do feel like sometimes because it's one thing if they were selected to go to NIT. It's another thing when you qualify, like literally because they were one of the first four out, like they're in it. It's not a situation in which, hey, you're getting a call, see if you can go to NIT. Nah, you're in it and you're a number one seed because you're one of the last 4 out. And for me, and that's why I'm just like, yo, you're going, but now I want to go to fuck the NIT, whatever. So yeah, I do call it as a leader's move because only some schools can do that.
Okay, but I have one question for you. Why
Yes.
do you remember that Robert Morris Kentucky thing so much?
Because the coach, for some reason his name's drawing a blank to me. He made a big deal about it. Calipari. He made a big deal about the fact that his team didn't deserve to play at home in the NIT, but he was not going to turn down the NIT bid because they got it. Now, he could have been like, we ain't fucking playing. He could have did the same elite shit.
And
he could have. And they lost. So I understand what you're saying. But once again,
different. No, it's different teams. He was rocking all freshmen on that team, and he had a couple people who were projected NBA draft picks who, because of their season bombed so much, he knew some of them were going to come back. Different circumstance. He wanted them to play basketball. He actually probably secretly was happy they lost. But the only reason you remember it is because Kentucky got bounced at the beginning of the NIT. The same thing would have happened if North Carolina would have went and got bounced. Nobody would have been like, oh, well, at least they respected the NIT. They would be like, nah, UNC, who was preseason number 1, got bounced in the NIT. What a colossal fucking failure. Man, this program is going downhill fast. Because honestly, all they're doing is thinking about the next round of recruits, man. And you just can't, it's actually more beneficial for them to just stop playing basketball this year than to go to the NIT. You can call it elitist, I can call it strategic. We could be saying the same thing. We could be right for the same reason. I don't know if that has anything to do with the tournament itself or just the appearance of it. I don't believe that any coach on any level ever says no to playing more basketball. It just usually doesn't happen. So if they do say no, there's usually a reason behind it.
Well,
the NIT don't sound like the real reason.
But I will also say, I agree with you what you said earlier. I don't think this was his choice. I think it was an AD and higher choice. I think they told him,
I agree.
You're not playing. So, which makes it elitism. I'm not sitting here blaming the coach, and I'm not blaming the team. I'm blaming the school, because that's why I think where it came from. You know what I'm saying? Because that is elitism. Yeah, but that's elitism.
Do you not think there are some programs that actually are above the NIT? And what I mean by that is, are you not above the NIT when the NIT cannot do any benefit for your program? Me personally, I don't think there are any programs above the NIT, because it's the NCAA tournament. It's not the tournament, but it is an NCAA ran tournament. So I don't think any team is above it until you put yourself above it. Okay.
Because it's a prestigious program. I mean, it's been around for God knows how many years. And what'll happen is they'll be in the preseason NIT and they'll love that shit. Which,
I mean, hey, look,
again,
the Sandman at the Apollo been around for a long time too, but
really?
I mean, you can't just use the argument it's prestigious because it's been around a long time.
No, but I'm saying, if somebody was like, look, if I'm bad, I don't want the Sandman come out and get me. I'm just gonna walk off stage. What? Bitch, you ain't better than the Sandman. And that's what I'm saying. The people there think they're better than the NIT. I don't think the team or the coach is. I don't think they feel that way. I think it's more the athletic department. Nah, we're not doing it. Even though they get home games and they be on fucking TV all the time. Nope, this would ruin our image. So, yeah, that's elitism, in my opinion. But yes, we can agree, disagree. That's very fun. And that's why we have awesome conversation. So, AG, what's up, man? What's going on?
Talking to me now?
Yeah. You.
Well, actually, I don't have anything. I don't have anything, and then I did. Because sometimes I struggle to prepare for this show, man. It's just like, okay, what am I going to talk about now? Sometimes I want to talk about some stuff, and it's just too depressing for me. It's like, every week I'm just bringing the mood down. So I got a question for you.
Talk about something happy.
Well, I'm gonna talk. Well, this ain't happy, but it's not like we all gonna die they out to kill us. How about that? So I was taking a shower just today, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna talk about.
Today?
Just right now, today. I don't take showers other than today. That's where I have the blue bag. Anyway, so I'm in the shower, right? And I'm like, isn't it? And I'm asking y'all this too as I'm saying it. But it's just like, isn't it the most aggravating thing when you're in the shower and then all of a sudden you gotta take a dump? Have y'all ever had that happen to you? Like you go into the shower and you're fine, and there's no signs that you have to go to the bathroom. So you're in the shower, you're cleaning up, whatever it is, and it's like halfway through, you're like, oh my God, are you serious right now? And you got to get out of the shower, take your dump. I promise you, it is irritating. Nothing?
Nah,
If
man,
it has happened, I don't remember. I don't remember the last time it's happened.
I've been there. I mean, and look, man, you just be like, cool. I'm not even gonna turn the shower off. It's gone.
Oh,
Exactly.
Hop out, do my business, and then get back in the shower. I mean, why turn the shower off, man? Like I already know what time it. And if it hits you like that, it ain't like it's something that you got to contemplate.
No.
If it hits you like that, you like, oh no, this gonna be quick. We gonna be done with this quick.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Now, how soapy were you?
'Cause
Because when it happened to me, dude, it was soap everywhere.
Hey man, look, sometimes soap happens, man. Sometimes soap happens, man.
I'm just saying, man, it's one of those things that happens. Well, apparently it doesn't happen to everybody. But it happened to MoeB, it happened to me. I'm just saying, it's just like you're in the shower,
Hey,
you're all
man,
clean, and you gotta be like
we talking
dirty.
about the hard hitting issues,
I'm just saying, man, it is hard hitting.
the hard hitting issues right here, man. Like,
Because you getting clean and then you're dirty.
hey Ruben, look, I'm glad you ain't never experienced that, man. You know, you be in the shower and all of a sudden you be like, hey, this by the bitch.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I guess usually what happens is I will have taken a dump prior to the shower. Because pretty much, you get up in the morning, first thing I do is go use the bathroom. That's just what it is. It may sit there for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, do my due. And I'm pretty good after that. Usually I get up there and I get in the shower. I mean,
no, I understand what you're saying.
I get the pre-planning morning ones. I ain't talking about the shit shaving shower shits. I'm talking about like, hey man, I went to the gym, came back, was like, man, I need to take a shower real quick. Take a shower, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, what happened? What happened?
Exactly.
And now, well, might as well just leave the shower running, because I mean, I'm gonna be in and out of this thing in about 60 seconds. Because if it hits you like that, it ain't nothing you got to contemplate. We ain't reading no newspaper article. That shit coming.
Exactly. Because you can't touch your phone because you got soapy hands.
Like, look, you just, hey, like I said, soap happens, man.
And then too,
First of all,
I'm not leaving the bathroom with a dirty booty. Ain't gonna be no mud butt after I took a shower. I'm gonna take another shower.
No, definitely not.
I'm gonna have be squeaky clean in my butt crack. Just saying.
Well, my assumption is you're probably in the middle of taking the shower, and then you poop. Then you realize you got to poop. So you really didn't finish taking a shower. So you just go back again and just finish taking another. Just take another shower.
That's exactly what I said.
Exactly.
You just leave the shower running.
I mean, yeah.
I love Black Morticia Adams. As open as I am, I'm gonna keep this to myself. Yeah, how in the world she gonna keep that to herself,
Hey,
man?
look, man,
She'd say everything
happens,
else.
man. I'm just saying, shit happens. Like,
Exactly.
all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting.
Ruben,
Well, the second thing I got.
man, maybe your body.
Huh?
I was about to say, maybe Ruben's body just works better than the rest of ours.
No, I just prepare for.
Look, it hit sometimes.
Look, man.
I'm just saying.
I try to be clear before I take a shower.
Well, look, the second thing I got is.
So I'm just saying. So every time you about to go take a shower, you'd be like, I gotta take a shit first. I'm gonna sit on the toilet just to see.
This is not
sure.
going to turn into the NIT, MoeB. When you challenge him, this lasts a half hour. I'm not going to do this, man.
It's not a challenge. I think it's fair. Now, basically, what it is, when I usually, once again, I get up and want to take a shit. Usually I'm in the shower quickly after that. I don't just go take a shit and sit on the couch. Nah, I kind of go take a shit and get in the shower. So
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
And I make sure I sit on the toilet long enough that you out. All right, we good.
Okay. Well, anyway, second thing, I'm watching Instagram Reels. I don't know what it is about that, but they got some funny stuff on there. Well, this time something was funny, and I laughed until I found out who posted it. So it's a video of a Dodge Charger with 30-inch wagon wheels on there. And it said, if black people were Amish. And I laughed until the driver of the car was white, and then I felt some type of way. Is there something flawed about that? Is it okay for black people to say it and not okay for white people to say it, even though it's the same joke? Which when I get outside of myself, I'm saying, yo, that was funny. But when a white dude said it, was kind of gave the side eye. Have y'all ever done that before? Clearly you are laughing until you find out who is telling or who the messenger is. So you know the joke is funny already. But the dude, like I said, in my case, the dude driving the car was white. And then I was like, so what's up, y'all?
I just think that joke black people wouldn't do.
That's not entirely true.
Because I couldn't imagine like the big old wagon wheels on a chart. Like I can't even imagine that. And I'm kind of thinking about it. The shit does sound funny, but it's hard to visualize that. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm trying to answer your question.
I'm indifferent with it. But I'm indifferent with that. I don't care.
I'm gonna try to answer your question, AG, and I kind of feel like the same way Dave Chappelle felt when he decided not to finish his show.
Okay.
Like sometimes it's cool when you think people are laughing with you, and then something hits different when you feel like they're laughing at you.
So is that what I was feeling?
Yeah. I think at first when you thought it was a black person, you was like, okay, we laughing together. And then sometimes when you see the messenger, you go, oh no, you laughing at us. And I don't care how hard we will joke on each other. We don't necessarily like when other people joke on us.
Okay. I was just trying to qualify because I didn't really think I was cool in that moment. But
it's just like, sense. We kind of really respect, I should say we, as personally, I respect a lot of white comedians who have no problem saying like risque race jokes, because I don't necessarily always assume that they're laughing at us. To me, I feel like, man, it takes a certain level of ballsiness to know you about to be saying a joke that could come off as you being a white person laughing at black people, but you gotta deliver it well.
Bill Burr.
Like it's got to be delivered well. Like there's you are just one syllable away, one emphasis on the wrong word in the sentence away from somebody thinking you racist. Man, that's ballsy. But yeah, I think what you were just feeling was like, hey, it's cool when we laughing at each other. There's a lot of cookout jokes that we'll say, and we don't necessarily think they're true. We laugh at our own stereotypes too. But let some random white person say it just out and about. Like, hey, Kyrie Irving effect, man. Messenger matters.
Got it. Yeah, that's all I got, man. I thought those two things were interesting, especially the whole thing with the Amish thing. I was like, and I was trying to check myself because it's like, man, that was funny a second ago until you saw, Okay, but that's all I got. Just random.
That's cool. All right, MoeB, what you got for us today?
Unpopular opinions.
Ruh-roh.
All right.
I've been thinking about really unpopular opinions lately, and I think it got sparked when I was talking to you. And I don't mind saying it because I don't mind being a black guy that takes the heat for this. I think Dr. Dre's overrated. Yeah, just in general. I don't think Dr.
Okay.
Dre. I think Dr. Dre's an overrated producer. Yeah, I said it.
Why is
I
that a
don't
problem?
think it's a very unpopular opinion, man. Not a lot of people. I mean, he's Beats by Dre, man. But I just think Dr. Dre is a very overrated producer. And now I have no problem saying when Dr. Dre hit, that motherfucker hit. But I can't ignore the 14-year gap of material.
Well, that's what
I can't ignore.
Yeah,
I can't ignore the fact that the firm actually happened. You know what I'm saying? I can't. There's so many other producers that I would put above Dr. Dre, and it sounds blasphemous. I saw this thing where somebody was like, at no point in time was Jay-Z ever the hottest rapper in the game. And I feel like a lot of people think that's an unpopular opinion too, but my opinion goes deeper than that when it comes to rap. Because yes, Tupac and Biggie had a tremendous impact on people my age. People my daughter's age, they don't know shit about Tupac and Biggie other than the fact that old motherfuckers like us talk about them. So because of that, I feel like that should disqualify you from being in.
Is that all they know?
I'm just saying. I mean, essentially, look, Tupac and Biggie are to hip hop what Bill Russell is to basketball for a lot of people in my generation. Bill Russell is the most winningest person to ever play basketball. Don't nobody ever have no debates about who's the greatest, Bill Russell or somebody else. It's always Jordan, then somebody else. The reason that is, long time ago, we didn't see him. Nobody who's around of a young age really feels relevant about that. So, yeah, man, if you still cranking out Tupac and Biggie in your top 5 rappers of all time, I think you need to update your list, man. I just, you need to blow the disc cartridge out of your Nintendo. You need to, you know what I'm saying? There's some things that you just need to move on from, man. And my last unpopular opinion, and I mean, hey, it is what it is. I don't think Wu-Tang has a very effective discography. I was trying to listen to it the other day, and I just don't. I have this fond memory of Wu-Tang that when I actually go back and listen to the albums, I'd be like, there's really only 4 or 5 songs I actually like by Wu-Tang. They're more of a magic myth that I've created in hip hop. Cause no, they were super impactful. I am not saying that Wu-Tang is trash. I'm not trying to be like, hey, all them dudes is garbage. I'm just saying when I really sit back and be like, can I name Wu-Tang's songs? Wu-Tang songs that I would really listen to? Nah, man, I can't. I might get to 4. Now, I can find some members of Wu-Tang that made singles or put in there and we just lump into the Wu-Tang category. But one of my boys was telling me that Wu-Tang is a more impactful hip hop group than Outkast. And I was just like, but nigga, at some point in time, hits gotta matter. Hits gotta matter. I get it. Impact, Wu-Tang had a whole bunch of people in Virginia wanting to be from New York for whatever reason. But yeah, man, at some point in time, songs have to matter. At some point in time, hits have to matter. Now, I'm sure there's somebody who's loves Wu-Tang who's gonna come at me and name all these B-side classics of Wu-Tang that I just have forgot about. But I challenge you two right now. Can y'all name 4 Wu-Tang certified smashes that y'all would listen to right now?
I can name 1.
Hold on. Are we talking Wu-Tang from the album? Or
No, he's
just
talking
Wu-Tang
about
overall?
you can't say Old Dirty Bastard. You can't say none of that. It's got to be Wu-Tang.
Just 4 Wu-Tang songs.
I can't. I can only name 1.
2.
But I think Wu-Tang's value.
I can name 3. I can't
said
name
4,
I can
bro.
name 3. I know. I can name 3. I'm trying to think of the 4th one.
Now, here's what I'm saying. Can you name 4 Tribe Called Quest songs?
Easy.
Can you name 4 Outkast songs?
Easy.
Nigga, you can name 4 Run DMC songs.
Easy. Yeah.
But Wu-Tang, this group in the 90s that was supposed to transition and change hip-hop, we can't name 4 goddamn songs right now.
Whoa. Now you're out of bounds. because that's what I was gonna say. I don't. You're right. However, that last statement, I think Wu-Tang, what they did and when they did it matters. They didn't have to be good.
Hold on. I led with that. I understood the impact. I'm just like, at some point in time, impact has to match with hits too.
Yeah, okay. As long as you're saying that, because I do believe that they started.
I can say you cannot tell the story of hip hop without Wu-Tang. You cannot tell the story of hip hop in the 90s without Wu-Tang, and that by itself makes them impactful.
Right. That's all I need to hear.
So I will say that. But what I'm saying is, at some point in time, you got to be able to name some goddamn hits, man.
You do.
So this is my opinion. What Wu-Tang did was they used the group albums to make their individual albums better. So it's like it's a flower, and as the seeds went everywhere, it grew more flowers. So that was great. But the main flower eventually was just what it was. Because I agree with you, I can only name 3, but they had so many hood hits. It gets their whole importance gets magnified.
I mean,
because like you said, because you said it right, they're gonna name a whole bunch of B-sides that were probably hood and hard and awesome. I wouldn't listen to that shit in my car, but you're not gonna find it on like a top 100 list. But in the hood, they were it. And for New York, that whole album was a banger. Once again, there were only 2 tracks on the first album that I listened to. That was Method Man, because he had his own. It was a track called Method Man on the album.
Yep.
Literally. And then Cream. Anything else after that?
I might even give you Protect Your Neck, because that was a single that was on the radio. I might even give you Protect Your Neck.
Because I thought Protect Your Neck was on Method Man's album.
Nope. I'm pretty sure.
So that would be my 4.
And then Triumph, when they made that second album, Triumph.
That's it. Because the other dope songs on everybody else's joint, like Ice Cream's dope track. Except Capadon's on that shit, and we not about to get into that. But
we don't mention Capadon.
Yeah.
Well, what I think is special about Wu-Tang is not even the rapping itself as much as it was how innovative they were to get the rap on tape, and then how they produced it once they got a little bit of money and put that back into equipment. Because when RZA got that studio, it changed everything. And I think that was the beginning of that dirty, nasty hip hop that we all know and love. Well, maybe not now, but I kind of hear it on some other stuff that is, contemporary. And I'm like, oh, I know where y'all got that from. I know where that sound comes from. That whole lo-fi, dirty, nasty, and then this clear vocal over it is like, because when I hear Cream, I'm like, I was shown how y'all did that. I'm impressed. It's a great record, and it changed everything. It just did. Now you got people. Well, back then, people that never thought about having a record company going, hey, I can do this. So Diddy wasn't new, because Jay-Z did it before him, and then Wu-Tang did it and showed them all how to do it. So it's just like, from that perspective is where Wu-Tang is like, I'm not worthy. However, MoeB is still right though.
And then Wu-Tang actually led to No Limit doing a reverse Wu-Tang, because Wu-Tang used the group to push individuals, and No Limit used the group used the individuals to push the group.
Man,
like every individual album on No Limit, you would have one track with everybody up there.
And it'd be the best track on the album.
Easy.
It would be the best track on the album. Oh man, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking that No Limit stuff because I was about to say it.
But yeah, I don't want any of the official hip hop heads to come at me and be like how I was disrespecting Wu, because my first statement is they are highly impactful. You cannot tell the story of hip hop without them. But at some point in time, We are not gonna sit here and have an honest conversation and be like, man, Wu-Tang was cranking out them hits. Nah, individual members were cranking off individual hits, but the group, nah, they not so much. They had a couple of them. Just enough to make you like the mystique.
I still haven't listened to the last album.
I'm just saying, I couldn't imagine telling my daughters how impactful Wu-Tang was, and then them being like, "Hey, let me hear some of the songs," and me being like, "Hold on, let me find those hits I was talking about."
I don't think so, man. I think it's almost like the same thing for rock and roll. I think that if you're a kid, you're just getting into music, and your path is rock and roll, I think that you will still understand Led Zeppelin. I think everybody needs to go down that path to really kind of understand what's going on. And no matter how old it might be, secretly you're like, "Yo, okay, that was hype. Like, that was fire." But I don't think that's true. I think that if you let your daughters, if you really sat them down, took out somebody's phone, and really took a deep dive into Wu-Tang, I think that they could appreciate it. And I think that they would start making parallels to what they're listening to now.
I think you're right. They can appreciate it. But what I'm saying is, normally when you talk about, like, let's say if I brought up to most like rock and roll people, let's say I bring up the Beatles or Queen, I can instantly point to like 6, 7, 8, 9 major songs that even if they didn't know who it was, the song would play and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard that before. I know what that is." Then I say Wu-Tang and I'd be like, "Yeah," and I'd pull out like 3 songs that they might have heard, and then I'd pull out a whole bunch of stuff that would just sound like dirty bass lines over some random dudes rapping. And like, honestly, I feel like if I didn't tell them who it was, if I just threw out all the non-singles, all the non-radio Wu-Tang hits, and just put them out there, my daughters would probably think it was somebody's mixtape that was trying to come out now.
I don't agree, but I understand you.
You're right. They wouldn't use whack. They'd be like, "Daddy, this is trash." Put on that Lil Uzi Vert.
And then your next statement after that should be, "Get out."
Get out.
Y'all crazy.
Without question. Yeah. So, first question, I got 2 things. Wu-Tang only has 3 albums, right?
Don't get me the line. That's what I said.
Only has like 3 or 4
albums.
All right,
bro. Don't get me the line, man.
And then the second thing is, on the Led Zeppelin thing.
Yeah.
Whoever idea was to come out in the late, I think it was around 96, 97, 98, came out with that Led Zeppelin album with newer artists doing their songs.
Encomium. Yeah, that's great.
Brilliance.
Yes.
Brilliance.
Yes. Because
you're right. All that did is touched the 90s fans with old Led Zeppelin songs. Because, I'm going to be real with you. I don't know a lot about Led Zeppelin. I know your basic shit. But that song that Hootie the Blowfish remade.
Yeah. That's hot.
On that Led
Hey, what can I do was amazing.
Yes, sir.
Are you serious right now? So yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I listened to the original. I'm just like, Hootie did it better. But it's just one of those things, right? I feel like Wu-Tang. I feel like somebody needs to do the same with Wu-Tang and let these new guys redo the old Wu-Tang shit and just see, because that'll let you know if it's gonna hold up to the test of time or not.
I think Wu-Tang has 4.
Yeah, and
they came at Enter the Wu-Tang Forever, Preservation, and then the saga continues.
Yeah,
which was 5 years ago.
But and the last thing, we don't talk a lot about Tupac up here, but Tupac has one of the best diss tracks in history.
Is that the one where he was beefing with Nas?
By far. Nah, the way he was beefing with MoeB Deep. MoeB Deep.
Wait a minute, he was beefing with MoeB Deep?
Yeah, on one of his tracks, the Get Money track, he was like, because I guess MoeB Deep was talking shit about him. And he was like, because one of them got sickle cell, man, he brought that shit up. I was like, oh, that's foul, bro.
Wow, really?
I was like, that's cold. Yeah.
That guy lives a life
like,
of
that's cold.
pain. I mean, ouch.
Don't one of you little motherfuckers got sickle cell?
Got sickle cell. That was cold. His whole thing is crazy. But yo, that's in the top 3 of one of the coldest diss lines ever.
That is crossing the line. I mean, oh my goodness.
You know, and you can put it in whatever order you want. You got that Nas or Jay-Z joint, the Ether, and you got No Vaseline. Whichever order you want to put that in, those are the top 3 that I remember. Now, if there's some other shit.
Well, you saying diss track? Diss tracks?
Top 3.
Okay. Here's the thing. There's a diss track that many people don't even know really exists because it comes from a kind of like an unlikely source. But Common's diss to Ice Cube, I see the bitch in you.
Oh yeah, bitch in you. Yeah.
Oh my God. That shit is like 4 minutes of just lyrical rape.
Wait a minute. When did they have a beef?
Oh, like early 90s.
So when Common made the song I Used to Love Her, he made a statement where he said, I thought it was dope she was with them boys in the hood. Because basically he was talking about how hip hop went to the West. But he said he thought it was whack that, you know, she said Afrocentricity was whack now. So basically he was like, he thought it was kind of lame that hip hop had kind of just married itself to the West Coast funk and all that shit. Mm-hmm. So then Ice Cube and that other motherfucker that used to roll with him, Mac 10 and shit, took offense to it and started talking shit about it. And then Common just drops this song, I See the Bitch in You. And man, he dices up Ice Cube and like his background, like how he went to fucking Arizona State, nigga, you want in the hood. Like he just goes all in. And I'm just like, man, too bad not many people know that song exists. Cause that shit is lyrical rape.
Can I hear this?
I forgot about that.
Is this somewhere I can hear it?
I mean, I'm sure you can find it. I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
Because Common made now she hangs out with the gangster bitches.
Yeah.
Because that's a line he said.
Talking about how hardcore and real she is. She was really the realest before she got into show business.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. Ouch.
I didn't realize it was Mac 10 who was with Ice Cube.
Yeah, it was.
That's when he was with the West Side Connection.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Telling me sad stories. Now she only fucks with the funk.
Yeah, that was nasty. That shit was nasty. I forgot about that. My bad. I apologize.
She's a gangster
Top
hanging
4.
with gangster bitches.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's rough. That's rough out here. But yeah, man.
And the thing is, I never even saw that song as him really dissing the West Coast. He was just talking about like his experience with hip hop. Which, I mean, to this day, I don't know if there's ever been a more lyrical masterpiece than Common's I Used to Love Her. I'll put that up there with anybody. That is lyrical genius.
But so I'll say this one thing and I'm done. Like I appreciate your candor with the Dr. Dre statement. But I will say this. Only you and 12 other people remember the firm. And
but I ain't gonna act like that shit didn't happen.
Yeah. I need you to stop bringing up old shit because that shit was foul and completely unnecessary because everybody got one.
Hold on, even Dr. Dre had to mention it in Dre 2000 when he was like talking about how I fell off with the firm. He's like, my last album was The Chronic. That nigga disavowed his own fucking album.
Oh yeah,
said, my last album was The Chronic.
Hey, at least you're self-aware.
Man, yo, I'm just saying, like, you ain't gotta keep bringing that old shit up, man. There's some things you gotta leave dead and buried, bro, and that's one of them. So awesome. All right, so what's going on? What's on your mind, AG?
Man, I ain't got nothing, man. I'm just glad to get through the week, get a couple days off, chill with little lady. That's what's up.
Word. What's on your mind, MoeB?
Hey man, I'm just happy to not have a migraine anymore and be able to see and not vomiting, and be able to see all the bad acting parents at the rec basketball championship day. It's just Nothing.
Are you sure
nothing,
you're glad you can see that?
Nothing can lift your spirits up like bitch ass adults acting like bitch ass adults. Nothing better than it, man. Nothing better than seeing a grown ass man run on the court to try to fight 2 female officials. Nothing better than it.
Wait a minute, back up. What did you just say?
I said exactly what happened.
Oh my God.
A parent in the stands felt so emboldened that he wanted to go fight the 2 female officials for quote unquote blowing the calls and costing them the game.
Wow. Okay.
Just totally stole the game away from the girls because it was a great game of watching horrible basketball.
Okay.
There's no other way to put it. It was a great game of horrible basketball. I saw one team have to play with 4 people in the quarter because they didn't have their star player, and then they played basically they didn't have half their team, it felt like, and they just played hard and scrappy. And I saw the other team have a girl who was 20 times more athletic than any other person on the court and could not hit a layup. She was probably 0 of 38 from inside the paint. But she hit 2 game-winning free throws. I don't, for the love of God, I don't get it. She had about 15 steals, missed about 14 fast break layups, missed every shot from inside the paint, and somehow still hit 2 game-winning free throws, man. That's resilience, man. And it was just ugly basketball, man.
Was one of those teams the team that beat your girls?
Yeah, that was the team that lost, and that was the team where one of the parents wanted to fight the officials.
Tales of the Rec League.
You can't make this shit up, man. Like, it just
got to love it.
Look, it's fucked up, man. Like, you got all these bad acting adults, and the kids are doing nothing wrong. Like, even the team that beat us, as bad as some of the parents and people acted, I got no beef with the players. Like, they just play hard, and sometimes they respond to their parents too much. Like, they keep looking at their parents and getting hyped up by the parents, and then parents are like getting in cheering competitions with each other.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
I didn't either, man. It was the most uncomfortable shit in the world. So one fan base is cheering, so then the other fan base feels like, hey, if we don't cheer louder than them towards our girls won't think we love them.
Okay.
And I get it, but like at some point in time, it's like you do realize y'all not even cheering your kids on anymore. Y'all are just in a fucking cheerleader competition with each other. It was disgusting to watch, to be honest. Like, the whole thing made me uncomfortable, and I was like, I just want to be on the coach's side. I don't want to be in the stands anymore because parents are the worst. Parents ruin everything. Actually, I feel better by saying this. Any youth activity can only be made worse by adults. Because if you just brought the 2 girls basketball teams there, empty gym, let them play, such a better experience. You put these dumbass motherfucking adults out there, people talking about gun violence and dudes threatening female referees because they didn't blow the whistle on a potential game-winning call.
That's why you need cops out there.
Oh, police got called out there towards the end, but it's like, hey, you got to call that double dribble. Like, hey, we want this game to end, don't we? Because we call the double dribble on her.
Yeah, call it
on your daughter too.
And Lord knows. I've watched some of this, man. It's little kid basketball. There are some kids out there who's got talent. There's a whole bunch who don't.
Yeah, it's like, look, man, you got to understand. You got to let some shit slide. And at the end of the day, it's like, yo, were y'all betting money on this game?
This ain't Miami, goddamn.
Did you lose the over-under on this game? Like, was this a bad beat for somebody?
Who's scoring the first point? Bets on the first point. Ah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, man. But I was glad not to have a migraine so I could experience a headache, which is known as rec basketball.
All right. Awesome. I mean, what's on my mind is, we've talked about it on the show before, but, I'm about to experience it myself, man. Home ownership. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we can't be living in apartments forever. I mean, we can, but why are we doing that to yourself? Because in the grand scheme of things, you paying for somebody else's, property. Yo, man, I'm not saying you need to. Nah, that I am saying it. Yo, man, get your shit together. Go buy you a house, a condo, something that's yours. Something that nobody can kick you out of unless you don't pay the bill for 90 days. Just get your own piece of land. That if you walk outside and you piss in the ground, it's my yard. I can piss on my yard if I want to. It's probably not cool, but you can do that. All I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not even speaking on black or white. I'm just saying, yeah, man, they're building apartments all over this freaking place, man. All over this place. I mean, they're taking land and they're not building houses. They're building condos and apartments. So you can pay somebody else's bill. Bro, ladies, get your shit together. Buy a house. Buy a condo. Just buy something that's yours. Shit. What, man?
I'm not going to say it on air.
Okay. Who said that? Oh, you can. But I'm just saying, I've done this shit for almost 30 years, man, and I'm over this shit. I can't wait. So, generational wealth, or just wealth for yourself. Pay yourself before you start paying other people. That's all I'm going to say on that. So, once again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. Another great episode. Once again, check us out, every Sunday, 9 p.m. till we finish. That's about what it is. On Sundays, Eastern Standard Time. Go to our website, first5minutewarning.com. Check out old episodes. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell somebody about us. And of course, like I said earlier, we will be here next week. Twitch, YouTube, my page, and of course, like and subscribe to wherever you get podcasts for this, because it'll be up there too. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. As always, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW Podcast, RB5Men Warning, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, MoeB 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, RB5Men Warning. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.